All right, we're giving a shout out to Brent. He has asked me how to cut. Good morning, YouTube. We're giving a shout out to Brent, who has asked me how to show him to make delicious, easy food, but stuff that's also impressive. So today I'm going to show you how to make a shrimp scampi. It is loaded with flavor, absolutely delicious, super easy, but it won't fail to impress. Perfect, right? Let's cook, y'all. We got a family to feed. All right, this goes so fast. I've got all of my ingredients over here prepped and ready to go. Actually, let me show you these. Let me show you these real quick. So this does move fast, and that's why it's easiest to just go running right through all your ingredients, line it up on the counter, and you'll just boom, boom, throw it all together. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do while we're talking, that's 4 tablespoons of salted butter. If you have an issue with it, use unsalted, that's fine. I've said before, we're Southerners, we use salted. And I have a skillet over here on the stove, medium heat. It's kind of medium low. All right, so we're just gonna let that butter melt. And then lined up over here, we've got the rest of our players. So this is a pound of large shrimp, and it's peeled and deveined. I did leave the tails on it. If you don't want to, take them off, no problem. I think it has a little bit better flavor, and they tend to stay a little more moist if you leave the tails on. All right, our butter is melting nicely. Just to keep it from getting too brown, I'm going to go ahead and throw in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And that's regular olive oil. I don't really use extra virgin when I'm cooking. That will let our butter come up higher in temperature without browning. Okay, so here's our other ingredients. So I have about a cup of dry white wine, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, about 1.5 tablespoons of fresh garlic. Why are we not? You're not focusing. Come on. Okay, fresh garlic. About 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt, teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne. All right. So there, we talked about everybody. Now our butter has melted and gotten foamy. So the first thing we're going to do is throw our shrimp right in there. Right into our preheated skillet. Now, y'all know me and you know how cheap I am. And fresh shrimp around here tends to be something of a luxury. I will go ahead and post a link through to how to clean and devein and peel fresh shrimp. But check your prices. Sometimes it's really cheaper to get fresh shrimp. Sometimes it's cheaper to get frozen. Sometimes the fresh isn't great quality. Sometimes it's, sometimes they're selling it as fresh when it's been previously frozen. So I feel like you got to kind of weigh what your options are. You can still find a pound of shrimp for $5.99. Not all that often. You have to do some hunting, and you may have to buy it frozen. This was frozen. The easiest way to deal with it is to run it under very cold water. Let it sit and drain. Repeat the cold water rinse about 2 more times, about every 10 minutes, and then boom. It's defrosted enough you can peel it. And if you are peeling shrimp, I'll try to remember to link through to how to make shrimp stock. Because if you can make shrimp stock, you've got the best gumbo and jambalaya that you've ever had, y'all. You can make shrimp bisque. Ooh, you can make all kinds of seafood bisques. All right, so I'm just flipping our shrimp over just to make sure they're going on both sides. And they really only take a minute. Seriously. At this point, one of the other things about getting your ingredients all prepped out is that you're less likely to overcook your shrimp since you're not digging through the cupboards looking for something, right? Overcooked shrimp is not nice. It's rubbery, it gets dry, unpleasant. All right, so I just flipped everybody over. Can you see the colors? Perfect, exactly what we want. So at this point, just because we're about to add a bunch of ingredients, and I'm going to, which will decrease the heat in our pan, I've turned it up a bit. Let me get my camera strap fixed. Turn it up a bit, and we're going to add first our garlic. our cayenne. This is the black pepper. And our salt. And we're going to stir this together. Oh, I've got one other thing I'm going to show y'all. I know some of you know that I've been playing around some with some gluten-free things. I've got some family members that are having to do a gluten-free situation, and so I've been playing around with that. Now, I will not call this a healthy recipe, but I do have an option for making this gluten-free, which also drops the carbs to nothing, okay? So if for some reason you need no carbs or you need gluten-free, this, I got something that'll hook you up. I've just discovered it. I'm kind of excited. It doesn't take much to get me excited. All right, in with our wine and our lemon juice, just like that. Now, behind me over here, we're gonna let this come up to a boil. I was already doing it. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And those shrimp are almost cooked through, which is what you want. You want to make sure you're working fast enough that your sauce can come together while your shrimp cooks. Okay, let me taste. Oh no, that's right. We don't want to do anything. I was trying to make sure we had enough salt. It's perfect. We got the lemon, the garlic, the wine. All right, here's what we look like at this point. All right, I'm going to show you a couple things over here. We have a couple options. That's just going to come up to a simmer, and it's going to simmer and let those flavors combine, and our sauce is going to reduce just a touch. All right, so over here we have a couple options. This, you can now find, these are zucchini noodles. So spiralized zucchini. You can find them in the frozen food section, just in your microwave, right? Find them in the produce section too. Steam it, I think it's steamed for 6 minutes. It's perfect. Still has some crunch. Really, really good. This is what you can use if you want to do the gluten-free or the low-carb. This, regular plain old spaghetti noodles, that's for everybody else. So this is for my low-carb people. This is for my obnoxious teenage athletes. The runners. And then finally, big handful of fresh parsley right here. And our last trick, which I don't think we're going to need it, but anytime you're making a pasta dish, save some of the water from cooking your pasta. So if your sauce needs to be thickened a bit, you've got options. You can toss a little of that pasta water in there and all those starches. That's perfect. All right, now typically what I would do is I would take all of this spaghetti and I would throw it right in here, toss it around, and then serve it. I'm not going to do that because I'm mixing up two different types of noodles. So we've come up to a boil. We don't want to overcook anything, so we're turning that off. And I'm going to grab 2 bowls, and we're going to mix in 2 batches. All right, here we go. Here are our zucchini noodles, just like this. And we're going to scoop lots of that sauce and drizzle just like this. There, ow. Don't burn yourself. I'll get you a better picture in a minute. Last thing we're going to do, sprinkle this with our fresh parsley. I have to say, I'm not real crazy about a lot of the gluten-free and low-carb stuff I've seen, but that one's pretty appealing. And then here is our pasta, our regular spaghetti. And this, just right in here like this. And this will let us toss it and let that spaghetti really soak up. And like I said, if you want to do the whole thing, you've got options. You don't have to use zucchini. You can use, I've seen beets. What else have I seen? I saw like 4 things today. I got distracted by the, of course you've got cauliflower rice. That's a big thing. People are doing a lot of that lately. Which I have just started making my first batches of cauliflower rice, so yeah. But you have other options. You can get carrots, you can get beets, you can get the zucchini, you can get cauliflower, you can do all kinds of stuff. All right, so here is our finished product. Ta-da! I want a better picture. Why? Why are we not clear? All right, I'm gonna stick it over here in the sunshine and I'll get you a good picture. Hang on. All right, here we go. That's better. Look how pretty that is. And here's the one with the zucchini noodles. I think that one's even prettier, right? Yep, I agree. All right, here's the fun thing. I'm the only one home. Nobody else is home yet. So this is all for me for now. Oh yeah, y'all, that's perfect. The white wine, the garlic, the butter. The shrimp is perfect. Y'all saw how fast that was. Super easy, super delicious. Make this one, knock it out of the park. You're gonna love it. Hey YouTube, thanks for watching, and if you thought that video was helpful, do me a huge favor. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get a notification whenever I post a new video. And if you have a second, hop on over to Patreon and check out how to support my channel even more. Again, thanks for watching.